what it do to all my free game people out there, man. To all of my FNB people out there, man. Hopefully y'all doing good. Hopefully y'all taking care of yourselves. Y'all handling business and whatnot. One thing that I've been learning I want to discuss with y'all is this idea of internal conflict. I learned this by watching this one YouTuber. His YouTube name is New Earth Fitness. I was watching his videos, and when I was watching his videos, one thing that it taught me was one thing that it was teaching me that I was watching a video about was about internal conflicts. Now, he didn't go into too many examples. A lot of the examples I'm gonna present, most of the examples I'm gonna present are from like personal thoughts that I've had from watching that. So I've learned that, internal conflicts are something that kind of causes a lot more problems than you kind of understand. A lot of these internal conflicts come from, a conflict in belief system, a conflict in ideas that you hold within yourself compared to what you may really feel to be true. And these internal conflicts kind of stagger your focus on what you're really trying to create and what you're really trying to go towards. One thing that has been getting attacked for a long time, especially with TikTok and all the social media, is your attention and your focus. The things you focus on, you end up getting more of. Now, if you have all these internal conflicts and your attention and focus and beliefs and your energy is placed in all these different areas, you kind of creating chaos. You are creating chaos within yourself. So then it creates chaos outside because there's just all these other conflicting factors and things that contradict one another. So it kind of gives life of some form of a randomness in the way that it creates and forms in front of you. Internal conflict is important to resolve because you are the captain of your vessel. And if you're a captain of the vessel and your vessel is filled with all these left turns and it's going this way and it's going this way and all these things that's conflicting, instead of you going to this direction, you fucking yourself up. The reason that I brought to that point is because I understand, and this is like an example that's small and, can kind of be extrapolated out into other ideas. But, nigga, when I need to get up at 7:30 in the morning, you know what I'm saying? I can tell my body, hey, I need to get up by like 7. And nigga, I wake up at 7 more times than not. Don't get me wrong, if I'm like real tired and I'm out of whack, and you know what I'm saying, I won't wake up. But it'll even be to the point to where sometimes, nigga, I wake up at 6:59, if not 7 on the dot when I'm flowing real well. So if by me seeing that and me noticing that, when I kind of came to this understanding of internal conflicts, I'm starting to see that shit affects even directing your body in the proper way. You know what I'm saying? Having that control comes from, having a one straightforward focus on where you're trying to go, and then eliminating internal conflicts. It makes things easier to create. Another way of eliminating internal conflicts, in my belief, is discipline. You know what I'm saying? Through being disciplined and getting, and going the way that you believe you need to go. Like if you're like, for a small example, but an example nevertheless, is, let's say, nigga, you have this idea that you need to lose some weight, but in your mind you still want to live this way, but in your heart you feel like you need to. Eliminating that internal conflict is through discipline, through just going to the gym every day. You know what I'm saying? So eliminating internal conflicts kind of gives your mind a little bit more of a flow to it. Because if your mind is constantly stuck on the things that you don't do or that you need to do, that creates internal conflict. Like if you have this idea that, you need to read more, but you don't read, and you really feel truly within yourself you need to read more, but you don't read, that's an internal conflict because your actions is going against the things that you feel you need to do. So, with that being said, it's like, and with that being said, one thing that I learned from me that helps me, and or that's going to help me, and that is currently helping me, is being more sure of myself. I think my biggest internal conflict was always like believing in myself. Like, because on one end, I believe I can do anything. There's a part of me that believes that anything is possible, but then there's this small, possibly subconscious belief that comes in and be like, well, can I? It always has a question to it. It always, well, can you? Can you do this? Is this possible? You know what I'm saying? Anytime I think about some great shit I can do, it'd be a small, not even a thought, but a feeling of like, damn, can I? Is this possible? And as I've understood that's like a limited belief that I've grasped onto, maybe for a want for sympathy or like a victim mentality type of idea. But through eliminating that, through just shit, being more sure of myself, is what has helped. That is being more sure of myself, just genuinely being more sure that this is what I believe, like this is what I feel. And when those moments come up, just be sure. You know what I'm saying? And through me being sure of myself, it's helped me eliminate that internal conflict. You know what I'm saying? Because that's always been my biggest thing. That always was kind of like something that kind of always I struggle with personally, was that. So whatever your thing is, find it out, you know what I'm saying, and eliminate it. Because because either way, it's just about being, one-minded, really. And the thing is, and this is something that I just recently learned as well, and that I kind of already knew, but it was brought to my attention, and it was more focus was put on this, so I was able to go into thoughts about it too, and this was something that I was brought to from somebody else. But certain belief systems and certain ways of believing things are brought in by the group that you identify with, or the things that you attach your identity to. Some things, like, for example, and I'm not saying this to get on no type of religion or be on nothing like that. For example, Christianity. You know what I'm saying? Christianity is filled with good teachings, right? But there is some contradictory teachings where if you're a Christian, you're a diehard Christian. If you believe that, it's like it has built-in contradictions in order to, in my opinion, or partially, to create internal conflict, to where when you within yourself, you now are built in with some unsureness, always unsure, because of this thing that you are attaching to your identity, that is you, that you believe that is you, is contradicting itself. Another example that was brought to my attention is like, even down to like what has been told to us is the roles of men and women. These beliefs of what we believe that we should be and who we are and what is true and what is not comes with some form of internal conflict, because of the fact that there's conflicting factors. You got your way that you may truly feel, because we not all the same. To have all these beliefs that supposed to fit everybody, we are not all the same. As much as we all come from one thing, we are not all the same. So when you have all these conflicting factors that, yourself conflicting with beliefs that you've been told to believe that you have attached to, it's like internal conflict, unsureness to it. Not sure if this shit is real, or if this is just something you believe in, or if it's just because you can see it in the world, so it makes it kind of tricky. So even down to certain things that you attach to your identity comes with natural internal conflicts. Limiting those will focus you. And through focusing you will go where you need to go. I think a great example to see what this focus look like is people who are bad, people who are villains. Those people who are villains don't have as much internal conflict as us, because they are okay with who they are. They're okay not being shit. They're okay doing bullshit. They don't give a fuck. See what I'm saying? And they be pretty successful. There's a lot of your villains out here running the world. You know what I'm saying? They don't give a fuck. They like what they doing. You know what I'm saying? So, and they don't feel guilt for it. Which, I mean, understandably, because guilt is a very useless emotion to feel. You know, you shouldn't necessarily feel guilt per se. It doesn't do much for you. But, you know, that's the conversation for a whole nother day. But yeah, y'all figure out what y'all internal conflict is. Look within, you know what I'm saying? Figure it out, attack it, and transition it into something else and focus yourself, you know. Figure out what direction you want to go, then focus going that way. I love y'all, free game people. Y'all take care of yourselves, man. I'm out.